helping mommy. They do their own eggs in the morning, sort of their own eggs in the morning. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they can at least mix it. They can have fun. And it's really, again, it's all about the ease of use.
Right.
But you don't have to take out that big, heavy mixer all the time. Sometimes you just need something small and quick and easy.
Yeah.
This does the job.
Now, Susie, what about cleanup when I'm done using them?
Dishwasher safe. I love
I
that
love
about
that.
that. Yeah, and if you notice the handles, nice little grip on them.
Yeah.
Right?
They have a really nice kind of soft feel.
They do. The nice soft touch, and then you can just go ahead and push down. But again, dishwasher safe, so very easy to use there. And it's really just a pull down here. I mean, these eggs, if you could see them, they just look so velvety because so much air has been incorporated. So the more that you whisk, the more beautiful and velvety they become. And that's just how easy it is to use these. Again, you get the 10-inch as well as the 12-inch. So for the smaller jobs, like the vinaigrettes, I would go with the smaller one. The bigger jobs, like the batters, go with the bigger one. You're going to find you're going to go to these all the time, and they're so small in a good way. They compact in a good way. They fit right into the drawer. So a whisk, again, usually is just so wonky, gets caught in the drawer. This one does not, just because of the way it's designed. And again, you just push down. It's as easy as that. It's probably one of our most popular items at Prepology. Everybody loves them, and I love gifting these. I've gifted probably all but the ones I own.
I love that.
People all love them.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, gift one of these. If you have a birthday coming up in the new year, gift one of these with a cake mix, and you're good to go, right?
Ooh,
they're going to have a really wonderful little option. We have 2 colors remaining. Over 30,000 have been sold to date. This is going to be your mint. We have 600 now remaining in mint, and here's your amethyst. 800 remaining in amethyst. So make sure you give us a call, 800-500-7590. Susie, it's always great spending time with you. Have a really great rest of your day. You can relax because you said you're all ready for the holidays, so good for you.
Yes, I wouldn't say relax, but yeah. But thank you.
I hope you get a little relaxing in at least. Good to see you as always, Susie. And good to see all of you. Don't go anywhere. We have a really wonderful nugget ice maker coming up next to really impress all of your guests with your beverages. I'm Rachel Ellis. I'll see you in just a second.
Since 2011, you've laughed, celebrated, and shopped with me. But now it's time to say farewell. Join me for my last appearance as program host during my final show on New Year's Eve as I throw a shopping party to remember. It's my farewell celebration, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on QVC.
And I need you to tune in.
Don't miss a thing with the QVC Program Guide. Visit QVC.com and navigate to or search Program Guide to see what's coming up on QVC, QVC2, QVC3, and in the kitchen. Easily search for your favorite shows or topics and even set email reminders when you'd like them. Visit the QVC Program Guide now and plan your shopping with us.
Rick, what are you doing?
Just plug the lights in.
I can't figure out which end is what.
One of the plugs has the thing, and it goes into the other thing.
I cannot hear you.
Plug the lights in.
Got it.
Yes, fabulous. And so are the lights.
Ho, ho, ho.
Dating back over 130 years, the Good Housekeeping Institute has rigorously tested thousands of household products for quality, performance, and safety, so our readers can be sure they are making the best decisions. Once a product meets all of Good Housekeeping standards of excellence, it earns the trusted Good Housekeeping seal.
Welcome in, everyone. We're live here on QVC2 for a full hour of Good Housekeeping. It's a name that you just know. When someone says the Good Housekeeping seal, you know it's been tested. You know that someone is in a laboratory somewhere putting it through its paces, and that means that you can be trusting when you invest in a Good Housekeeping piece. We have half the show today, under $20, on our wonderful Good Housekeeping Hour. We're going to be bringing you the best of the best for entertaining, for some really great kitchen organization, and some wonderful tools as well. We also have multiple items with Reliapan nonstick coating, which is my personal all-time favorite. I will not go backwards since I started using Reliapan. So please, if you have not, stick with us because I want to tell you all about it. My name is Rachel Ellis. I'll be with you for this hour. And here's some things that are coming up for you. Now, first of all, if you love to make desserts, but you don't really know how to make them really elegant the way that maybe you sometimes get at a restaurant, how about a mini fluted dessert pan to really impress? You make these decorative desserts very, very easily, 6 perfectly baked fluted desserts, but then you also do get a fluted dough cutter, a flour tamper, and 5 recipes. So I'm very excited to show you all that that can do. You're gonna be able to make really beautiful things, and then also just use it for muffins and cupcakes as well. $16.99 is your clearance price there. Now, we also have, as I was just chatting about really preparing ourselves in the kitchen, how about some stackable prep boards? You get all 3 of them for that clearance price under $12. So if you need to really upgrade and improve your cutting boards, your prep boards, this is how you do it. Whether you keep 1 for fish and meats, 1 for veggies, 1 for fruits, whether you use them interchangeably, whether you even just serve on these, it's a fantastic deal. A great buy at $11.99. It is no reorder, however, and final quantities were down to 4 color choices. And speaking of Reliapan, here we go. These are your non-stick slide-out pans. What's great about these, not only do they have Reliapan non-stick coating, which has 4 layers of coating. It's my all-time favorite in non-stick coating when it comes to pans. These have one edge that allow you to just slide the food so easily. $29.98 for Reliapan is amazing. $9.99 per pan. Make sure you pick those up. You have 3 colors remaining. Actually, 4 colors remaining, I believe. We'll give you a full look coming up later on in the show. We're going to get started with a way to make some really festive and impressive desserts. And yes, I know Christmas is just around the corner, but you could make these all winter long, these really gorgeous Christmas tree cakelets. This is a pan where all you have to do is place your cake mix into these wonderful Christmas trees, and they are going to pop out looking like the most elegant little desserts you have ever made. And you can go beyond cake mixes too. Think brownies, think all of your different layered desserts. You could make so many different items here, and I'm sure Marissa Brainy has a lot of great ideas for us. Let me go through the color choices that we have for you under $20. We're starting off, it is a $13 savings, and the first day presented at this low price, but we do not have we don't have a reorder on this one, so it's final quantities. Here are your 3 colors. That is going to be your agate, a beautiful blue, your crimson, and also your forest if you want to go with that green option. It is a 35% savings, and they could not be more darling. Marissa Brainy is a lifestyle expert. She is a passionate home cook, and she's even a contributing editor to the Good Housekeeping magazine. So she knows firsthand what goes into bringing us the Good Housekeeping seal of approval. And Marissa, every item that we're going to see in our show has been given that Good Housekeeping stamp.
That's right, Rachel, and that is exactly what we bring to you here on QVC. I'm so glad you called these adorable because I just think they're the cutest pans. These cakelets are so much fun, especially this time of year. And yes, you can get really creative or keep it really simple. So I just did a boxed yellow cake mix in this one, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when it pops out, because that's the most satisfying part. Because yes, these have that Reliapan. So this is our proprietary nonstick coating that I know you know and love. And that makes the release of these so easy. It's 5 layers. It's 8 times stronger than non-reinforced coatings. And these are the results that you're going to get. So lots of really cute details. The shape is so pretty, so much fun to decorate, of course. And you can get creative with these. Like I added a little pretzel stick here to make a little trunk of the Christmas tree. So many different options. My personal favorite though, hint, hint, Christmas morning, I did pancake batter, and I just love how these come out.
Oh,
it's
that's
a great make-ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just so easy to do, and you can make these ahead of time, maybe the night before, and then pop them in the fridge. Then they're ready to go to heat up and serve on Christmas morning.
Oh my goodness. So here's where you're going to place your batter, your cake mix, your pancake mix, but all of those details are carved in with that Reliapan nonstick coating because, Marissa, if this did not have Reliapan and you had batter in these wonderful little holes that are the Christmas ornaments, the little strings for the garland, that could very easily be a sticky mess and it would not come out clean. So having Reliapan here makes this so easy and effective.
Exactly. That's exactly right. And what it does is it gives you the little hints on where to decorate your tree as well. Once it releases, you can kind of see the pattern on and you can add in ornaments or add in little details. My kids adore doing this. And when I say adore, I was getting ready for the show and they're like, when can we bring those over to the neighbors? I'm like, guys, wait until the show's done and then we'll finish decorating. But it's so much fun to do. And, you know, you can even do, we did include recipes in the book.
Great.
So you get 5 recipes. One of those is a crisped rice treat, which who doesn't love? But yeah, so much fun because you can then decorate them. And I want to just show you how easy it is to kind of press this in. So I just have a little bit of leftover mixture here. So this is just, you know, crisped rice cereal and marshmallows. And all you do is just press it in. You let it set, and then it comes out just so adorable and in this perfect little tree shape. I did peppermint on this one. So it's just, again, a really fun, versatile, easy way to really have fun during the holidays. Not to mention they're pretty. I don't know about you, but I put mine just in the back of my kitchen here as a little decor piece.
I don't blame
really
you.
A nice, I know we have the pots here, but it's a really nice just addition to have displayed this time of year.
Yeah.
And it's so sturdy. The material, if you feel it, you know that it really has that weight to it. And that's because it's a carbon steel construction.
Okay.
So you're really going to feel that this is the piece that can be passed down. It's like a little heirloom that you can bring out this time of year. Know that you have fun making memories with your family in the kitchen with it. And know that you're going to get the result that Good Housekeeping is all about because it has earned that seal.
Yes, that's so true, Marissa. I feel like this is something that becomes that family tradition that you make this every year for the holidays. You make this on special occasions, and you're kind of always waiting. When can we make those wonderful little Christmas trees and have those cakelets? Now, is there anything that I really couldn't put into these, or really anything that I could bake? Could I bake in here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously a cookie batter is not going to give you the puff and the rise that a cake batter is going to, or a pancake. So you want to think about that when you're choosing your batter, but something like brownie mix. I've done different cake mixes in this, and they've come out great. Someone just asked me this, and I thought, wow, why haven't I thought of that? What about eggs? Could you put eggs in and make a little egg bite in this shape? Yeah. Even ice cubes. You know, you could freeze ice in here.
Love that idea.
You know, and
maybe
add
with
in
some
a little
sprigs of rosemary or cranberries. Yes. Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's really fun. Now, when we're kind of getting that release, because of that Reliapan, we're not going to have to worry about all of the little nooks and crannies.
Exactly. And that's what's so important, because when you have this kind of detail in the pan, you want to be able to wipe it out really easily. So you see, I just took these out and there's like 2 crumbs left behind. Like, it's just so easy to clean. There's barely anything there to even wash. And so that's what you want to think about when you're thinking about a pan like this. And that's why this Reliapan makes such a difference, because when you do have that detail, you know that it's going to be so easy to clean.
That's great. And Marissa, hand wash recommended, but it is dishwasher safe. Is that right?
That's right. That's what we recommend for all our Reliapan pieces. We want these to really be the best they can be for you. And so hand washing, we do recommend, but in a pinch, you can absolutely pop them in the dishwasher. They are dishwasher safe.
$19.99 for potentially your new holiday tradition. So bring this home. You're looking at the forest option. We also have the red is called crimson, and that's the agate that you're seeing right there, that beautiful deep blue. It's the first day at this low price. There's the crimson, where you're saving $13, but we are at final quantities. So go ahead and give us a call to place your order, 800-500-7590. Now, still to come, we have a set of 3 baking tools, so maybe you want to kind of have this ready to go with your beautiful cakelet pans. You're getting all silicone. We're going to talk through all of the different options that you have. Again, under $20. Half of our show is under $20 throughout this hour. If you want to take a look at my top that I'm wearing, I love the little sparkle that it's getting, but it's not over-the-top sparkle. It's really only sparkle that you see if it kind of catches the light. It's Me by Jenny Garth. It's a pullover, and you're getting all these sequins that make a gorgeous floral pattern. $83.98 is your sale price, and it's a really beautiful one. I'm wearing the natural color in my normal extra small QVC. All right, how about a pot that actually is electric, that cooks for you? So whether you need more space, maybe you don't have a stove or a burner wherever you're going to be, or you just love the idea of cooking something all in one pot on your countertop, you do not need a stove. This is electric cooking with this 3-quart pot. You get a lid, and you also get 5 recipes to get you started from Good Housekeeping. Only order of the year. If you went out to retail, you should be paying $82.49 for this. That means that our team, they went around, they looked at comparable products, they priced them out, and they saw what the average price was for something of this nature. And today, your sale price is $53.98. An easy pay of $17.99. And here are your colors. Crimson. In the center, this is ash. This is Good Housekeeping's light gray. We call it ash. Here's your forest option. And we do have agate, that beautiful blue that Good Housekeeping brings us. You're gonna get, as I said, the electric cook pot, the glass lid, and then also you're seeing those 5 recipes right there. Marissa, let's dive in. This is really interesting.
I think this is just so genius. I mean, to be able to have another way to cook without a heat source, all you need is a plug. How beneficial is that when you're hosting for the holidays, first of all? I know we're all thinking about, you know, having family in town, or maybe we realized on Thanksgiving, I don't have enough burners in my house. That is where this really comes in handy. So I love this for so many different things. But first, let me just walk you through the buttons on it, because that's what's so great about the feature here. So let me just turn this a little bit.
Sure.
Okay. So really, really easy to use. You're going to have this LED panel right here, and this is going to allow you to toggle between the different heat settings, because there are 6 different settings on this. So it goes all the way from keep warm up to high. And so you know that this is going to be able to do things like sear your meat. Then you can actually take it down and simmer for maybe something like meatballs, which I'll show you in a second. So really, really functional, easy to use. It also has the timer function. And again, all it is a plus and minus to toggle between those temperature settings and your timer settings. So I love how easy it is to operate. I love this too. We did a helper handle on here.
Yes.
And you'll notice that the base of it and the exterior of it doesn't really get that hot. The interior certainly does, and it will cook your food. But the base of it, it's not going to burn your hand when you go to serve, right? So we have the helper handle here. It's a really nice size. It is a 3-quart capacity. So look at this. This is an entire pasta dish for my family. And I can do a 1-pot pasta in here. I can saute my chicken and my vegetables. Then I can add in my pasta and my broth and my sauce. Then I can add a little Parmesan cheese. This is a gorgeous pasta primavera. And I'm going to show you that because this is our Rely pan, this is going to wipe out with just a rag. So this is such an easy cleanup. And again, this is the results that people love with our Rely pan. I mean, I missed a little on the top there, but look at this. How easy was that to do? Your cleanup is a breeze.
Right.
Any of our Rely pan products. But I mean, when you're cooking an entire dinner all in one pot, and that's all you have to do to clean up, sign me up. It's like every weeknight.
Easy peasy. I mean, this takes the hot plate to a whole new level, because now you're actually cooking in the pan. This, I also feel like, honestly, it should be in an emergency kit, right? Because maybe you have an electric power source when you have the power goes out, and you want to plug this into your Halo when you want to cook. Right now you can cook and you can have a warm meal. But also when you need extra space, when you want to just use this wonderful, easy to use 1-pot pan or 1-pot meal, you can do it. It's also very lightweight.
It's very lightweight. And I will tell you, 3 quarts, if you're wondering, okay, well, how much will that serve? 24 meatballs in here right now. So this is enough for a family. If you have an RV, or maybe you're a tailgating family and you love to tailgate, I mean, all you need is a plug, and then you're serving right from this. And again, I just keep coming back to, like, when you have family in town, maybe you need to put on a big pot of oatmeal in the morning. Or maybe if you're like me, when you do your meatballs, you just wish you had a little more extra space to make one more batch, right? I always like to double. So this really serves that purpose. And you know that you're going to be able to fit a lot in here and still be able to wipe it clean. And all we recommend is just washing this out with a little soap and water. You don't want to submerge it because of the electrics inside.
Right.
But it's very, very easy to just wipe out with a wet rag, little soap and water, and you're done. You're off to the races.
If you want to downsize and maybe it just feels like it's too daunting to be cooking, right? We know 2025 is coming. A lot of people say, I'm going to cook more at home for the new year. But sometimes it really, truly does feel like such a chore to turn on the stove, to get everything ready. Now you can do it simply. You can do it in one little location, in one space. And I know maybe some of you are thinking, well, that's a little bit crazy to think that just turning on the stove feels like a lot. But I promise you, for someone who's new to cooking, even that can feel like a lot. So having something where everything is contained and you just have a few buttons to press and you are good to go, this becomes that way, maybe that entry point into cooking for you. But also, as Marissa is telling us, when you need that extra burner, you need that extra way to cook and entertain, this is how you do it. And Marissa, this glass top is really nice to be able to see exactly how everything is coming along as you're cooking.
Absolutely. It is a look and cook lid, which we love. You know, my family on Christmas night, we do traditional Italian wedding soup as our appetizer.
Yes. Lovely.
My mom, it's her mother's recipe, my grandmother, and it's a big pot. And I have a small kitchen. I'm always like, Mom, where are we going to heat up the soup? Now, you plug this in the dining room. You plug it in on a side table. Your Italian wedding soup, you sear the meatballs in here. You do the broth. You do everything all in this because it's not just a warmer. That high temperature heat setting can sear a meatball, can sear my little veal meatballs in my Italian wedding soup, can sear some grilled chicken for your pasta dish. So the options are really endless with this. It really creates a lot of versatility because you do have all of those different heat settings plus the capacity. This is a lot of food that you can fit in here.
It's so true. Could you show us where the plug goes? Because I'm noticing it actually comes from the handle.
It does. So I'm going to turn this right here. This is, yep, you got it. It's right in the handle there. It plugs in there. It's also detachable. So for me, I think about storage a lot with my family and just where everything's going to go. So what I like to do is when I take that cord out, I actually just store it right in the pot itself.
Got it. Yep.
It just goes right inside. You put the lid on top and it's very easy storage. And again, if you're doing something like traveling with it or you have it at, maybe a second home or an RV or something like that, you know that the cord can store right inside.
That's great. Maybe even you want to cook outside, and if you have electricity outside, you go ahead and bring this outside. You're going to be good to go. Really fun. I also love the idea of maybe if you are making a fondue or you're making a soup, you could just bring this right to the table, whether you unplug it to do that, or if you want to keep it warm, put it down to a lower setting after it has cooked your food, and it can keep everything nice and warm for you too. So you choose just your color choice here. We have this for you in your crimson. That's going to be your red. It has been the most popular. In the center is your ash. Forest green, I love this color. And we do have the blue option for you, which is the agate. You're seeing there, it comes with the lid, that glass lid, and also it does come with 5 recipes. The lid is dishwasher safe, but as Marissa said, the actual pot, you just want to wipe clean. That is not something you want to submerge into water. Still to come, a really fancy, nice way, but easy way to make desserts. This is the mini fluted dessert pan, under $17. You not only get that fluted dessert pan to make your cupcakes, to make your muffins, but also you get a dough cutter if you want to make really fancy dough-based desserts, and a flour tamper, which I will tell you more about as we get there. Let's make sure we have no more damage to our cookware or to our bakeware by using a great set of tools that are silicone-based, that are still heat-safe up to 450 degrees, so I can still use these for my hot pans, but I don't have to damage anything. You are going to get a turner, a spatula, and also a spoonula. We're going to talk all about these 3 items. But $19.99 brings home all of them for you. An easy pay of $6 and change. So each of these is $6 and change. And it's a beautiful silicone with a nylon core. So you do have some flexibility, and then you're going to get to that nylon core that's going to give really great sturdiness here. Crimson is your red color. In the center is sage. At home, my Reliapan pans are sage, so I think I need to pick up the matching sage set. This is cornflower, so different from the agate blue you saw earlier. This is a little bit of a lighter blue, really beautiful. Would be great if you have sort of a farmhouse aesthetic. And we do also have lavender. How pretty is that lavender option? K92922 is your item number, and here on QVC2, you know what to do. Give us a call, 800-500-7590 to place your order. Marissa, tell me which is which here, because I think I mislabeled them.
That's okay. Yes, I will walk you through it. Okay, so this is the set that you get. I'm going to pick up the sage here. This is the spatula. So this is flat. It has this angled tip, and it's a flexible tip. Right, so I'm going to show you what this is super useful for, at least in my house, because I use it a lot for this. But it's very long, which I know is really helpful for a lot of us to get to the bottom of things. This is your turner. So this is our flat turner. Again, flipping eggs, something like cookies. You're going to use this again and again and again. And then this one, my favorite name, is the spoonula. So it's a little combination between a spatula and a spoon. So if you turn it to the side, you can see the angle in it. You can see that it has some a little dip there. So it allows you to really get in and get some leverage, which is really, really helpful and useful and great to serve with. So I want to start with the spatula because
let's do it.
I'm a mom of three. I make a whole lot of PB&Js in my house.
I bet you do. Oh, my gosh.
And I always say that this top here, right, this top part of these big jars, it's wasted real estate. You can't get a knife in that top.
Right.
But the spatula can go around this whole side. So I'm going to go all the way around it. And look at that hunk that I pulled out just by going around once. And I mean, that to me is worth its weight in gold.
I think so too.
My kids eat a lot of PB&J. And then you can actually use just this same tool to go ahead and spread on your peanut butter. And it gives you a nice, even spread. You can do the same for jelly. I need my rag here to, I don't want to get my peanut butter in my jelly. We don't roll that way in this house.
Some people like that. Some people, I know it's very divisive.
It is, absolutely. Same thing with the jelly. All of the jars, either at the very bottom or right at that lip, can sometimes be really hard to get into. And especially when you're looking at a big jar of something, like I want to show you, I mean, that really gets down into it, okay? So this is going to give you the length you need so that your hands don't get all messy, like with the regular butter knife. You come out of these big peanut butter jars and you have it all over your hands, or at least I do. So this has been a game changer for me for that very reason.
That's great.
But again, so many other ways that you can use all of these tools. And we really thought about, okay, what are the most common tools that we use in the kitchen? What are the things that we reach for pretty much every day? That's one. Let's go to the spoonula, because this is my favorite. Not just the best name, but also super functional. So I'm using our electric cook pot, which you just saw, something like a mac and cheese. If I want to get around and get all that cheese pulled off, I mean, is that the best sound in the world? The mac and cheese stirring. And look, you know, now if I want to give a nice heaping spoonful, that's going to actually be able to lift all that mac and cheese up. And because it's silicone, it's going to be easy to wash. It's not going to scratch any surfaces. Now, this is our Relia nonstick, so you don't need to worry about that on here. But I love that we did this with silicone, with this this sturdy and durable nylon core. This is my brain 4 days before Christmas.
I think you're right. And it's stirrable because you can use it to stir too. So it's stirrable, it's sturdy, and it's durable as well.
Yep.
This is great. And I love how, as you're showing us, you're going all along the sides of the pan as well. So you don't have to worry because the edges are going to be silicone as well. There is a sturdiness on the inner core, but the edges and the top are that flexible silicone. So you're going to be able to get all of the cheesy, gooey goodness off of the sides of your pot or your pan. And you can then use that to serve. And then should we talk about the turner?
Yes, please. Okay, so one of the things I love about this is how flat and narrow that very tip is, right? That edge. And you see that it could get right under something like a cookie without making any dents in the cookie if they're freshly baked. So I want to just show you, I'm going to go right under, and it's so flat. It's so thin that when I'm lifting my cookies out, I mean, these are the details that you don't think about it until you realize, wow, that's really thin on the edge here. And they have this angled design that makes it really easy to turn your eggs, to pick up your cookies. Again, once you use something that works so well and that is so thoughtfully designed like this, you realize, wow, those other ones that I've had before, they were not tested by the Good Housekeeping Institute. It's very clear.
Yes.
This is what we do. We test things to make sure that what you're getting is doing exactly what it says it's going to do and doing it really well.
Yeah, you can trust Good Housekeeping. You have that wonderful Good Housekeeping name right on there, so you know this has been tested. $19.99 brings home 3 of them, your spatula, your spoonula, and also your turner. This is your crimson. Sage is in the center. Here's your corn flour. And we do have lavender for you, K92922, $6 and change per tool. Really great for you. Still to come, this is a really great chopping system that has a base that is a glass base included. This allows you to really easily prepare your food, but then you can even take that glass base and bake in it or store it. So it's a wonderful all-in-one system for you, under $30 today. But let's stick with our under $20 item. This is a fluted dessert pan. So you're going to be able to make both sweet and savory desserts in here with your mini fluted dessert pan. So whether this is just for your cornbreads, your cupcakes, your muffins, or you want to make some really fancy desserts easily, we're going to show you how to do it. You are going to be receiving the 6-section fluted pan, a fluted dough cutter, and then you will also receive this flour tamper as well. So we'll tell you all about how to use those, but $16.99 brings this home. And yes, you are receiving the Reliapan nonstick finish, that most advanced nonstick finish that Good Housekeeping brings. No reorder here, and final quantities. 3 colors remain: crimson, forest in the center, and here's your agate, a really beautiful deep blue, looks like a nice denim blue as well. Easy pay, $5 and change, and your item number is K98319. Marissa, I'm so excited for you to show everyone just what these can do, because this is, we can become our own pastry chefs in a matter of moments.
How fancy are we? Don't you love it?
Yes.
It does make you feel like with very minimal effort, you can really be very impressive, especially this time of year. We're going to so many parties. You always wonder, okay, what can I bring? I just think this is so much fun to make a little appetizer or a dessert. I'll show you a few different ideas I have. But this, I use store-bought pie crust, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It's very easy. I want to mention that this is really a tartlet type of pan. So it's not going to be a muffin tin. It's going to make these really elegant desserts and savory bites, if you will. So for this, I did store-bought pie crust, brie, a little fig spread, and I did a spicy pecan and a sprig of rosemary.
Ooh.
This took really to assemble, took 5 minutes, and I baked it for 16 minutes in the oven, and I'm ready to go. And then how nice is it to bring to maybe a hostess or someone who you're going to their party, and you say, you know what, the pan is yours. Go ahead and keep this, have some fun with it. I think it's a great little gift idea.
Agreed. That's wonderful. Those sound delicious.
They're really good. I definitely sampled a few.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but I love to make egg bites.
Yes.
Every week. It's part of my meal prep. This is so great for egg bites. So this is a little recipe we included in the book for you. It's a Good Housekeeping recipe, which means it's been tested and vetted by our test kitchen at Good Housekeeping. This is a little savory herb egg bite. And I just think how pretty to serve at a brunch, or just even, when you're actually just having breakfast yourself. And I'm going to show you just how easy it is to use the cutter and the tamper, because that's what makes this so much fun.
Yeah,
So
let's do
here's
it.
just store-bought pie crust, right? And this is your pastry cutter. So this is going to give you those really pretty edges.
Yep.
You're just going to push it down. That's it. Really super simple. I didn't add anything to this pie crust, nothing. And then you're going to actually lift this out and just very, very lightly, you're going to use this little press hamper to push it down. And that's it. And then you're ready to go to fill with whatever you'd like to fill. So you can do sweet, you can do savory, you can do something I haven't even thought of, I'm sure, because the options are really so endless with this, and it is so versatile. Pie crust really takes on whatever flavor you give it, right? So if you wanted to do something for the holidays that's sweet, something chocolate, I mean, there's just so many different ways you could go.
It's so wonderful and such an easy kind of the sky's the limit item. If you know someone who loves baking, I'm sure they don't have something like this. So this, or maybe they do if they love baking, but maybe they don't, or maybe someone is new to baking or wants to get more into baking. This would be such a wonderful gift to give to them. This is also a wonderful way for you if you just want to be really making something special. $16.99 brings home the fluted dessert pan as well as that really beautiful pie cutter and that tamper. Here's your crimson, here's your forest, and here's your agate option. $16.99 today. And Marissa, this is the Reliapan nonstick coating.
Yes, I was just going to say that. You saw those egg bites kind of just fly out of the pan, and that's because this is the Reliapan nonstick coating. So you know that once you bake, whatever you bake, you know that it's going to have that really easy release, which is what the Reliapan is all about. This is a flourless chocolate tartlet that I did. And again, add a little sprinkle, get the kids involved or grandkids. Very impressive, very minimal effort. You could do this with a brownie mix if you wanted to. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you could go. But I just think for me, this is the fun part. The idea that you could, if you want, make your own pastry dough. I am a much better cook than I am a baker. So I take a shortcut. And sometimes, listen, this time of year, we need those supermarket shortcuts.
Absolutely.
All we can get. But I just think that this is so fun and easy to be able to do this in a pinch and know that you're arriving to your destination with something that looks like it came from a specialty bakery and it took you very little time to actually create.
It's so wonderful. I'm also thinking a lot of times you go to a restaurant and they have those sort of mini muffins that are made out of cornbread. That would be perfect in here, right? They're thin, it's not, right? But you have a lot of times with cornbread to dip into your soup, it is this height, it's that thinner height. So that would be great for in here. There are so many options and ideas for what you can really decide, but you're going to just cut your pastry dough with the cutter and then use that flour tamper to just gently press it down in there so you don't have to worry about anything tearing or ripping. Marissa had such great ideas. Everything looks so beautiful, Marissa, from what you created there. We have 3 colors for you. This is your crimson, here's your forest, and finally we have your agate, that deeper blue option. $16.99 for the 3 pieces. K98319. Give us a call, 800-500-7590. Still to come, the most affordable item in our show, and it's actually for 3 items. $11.99 for a multi-use set of 3 stackable prep boards. These have such a great way to store, and they also have a great channel around the outside to catch juices and a pour spout, among many other things. For $11.99, what a steal. We'll give you